they wouldn't help me. He was texting me that he was going to bury me while he was parked within 100 feet of the front door of my place of employment. But what does trauma do to a person? Like, what is the result of trauma? You feel shameful that it's happening to you, or that you've stayed. At the end of the day, you know, there's all this guilt, there's all this shame was dying inside. My name is Jessica. I am 42 years old. I have complex PTSD. I have anxiety disorder. I have agoraphobia. I have panic disorder. I have major depressive disorder. I have this track record of trying to help people. Like, I just want to help them. I finally got away. He found somebody else to make a victim. At that point, I was able to break free, and it was amazing to be free finally.
She calls out to the man on the street. Sir, can you help me?
All they have to do is make you feel like what you've been wanting in somebody, and then once they have you hooked, then it's a whole new thing. Once you finally realize and you start connecting the dots, everything was fake, all of it. And that in itself will mess you up. Like, it was all fake. It will rattle you to your core. One morning when I was getting ready to walk out the door for work, a police officer was walking up my walkway. He was looking for him. After talking to him for a couple of minutes and telling him he wasn't here, he said, "You need to go get a restraining order immediately." He said, "If you don't, he's going to lie to the judge and get one, and you'll be kicked out of your own house." I found this water bottle on my bed. I knew I was going to need a witness. So at first I called my dad, and then I called the police immediately. When they got here, they said, "Well, lucky for you, we have a testing machine on our vehicle." They went outside, were gone for a few minutes, and came back in, and they said, "Well, we tested it, nothing in it. But we went ahead and rinsed out the bottle for you and threw it away." My dad and I both looked at each other in complete shock. He came into my house and then he hid in my basement. When I kicked him out, he left his iPad sitting out on the counter. And when I looked over at it, I saw this conversation between the police and him. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. How did this even happen? And when I confronted him about what I had found, he said I was crazy. I had a restraining order signed by a judge. Why would they put me in danger? Why weren't they helping me? He was breaking the restraining order consistently. I had over 50 text messages on my phone, threats, and he would sit out in front of my work. So I took my text messages and my phone and I went across the street and I talked to the police chief, and they told me, quote, "It sounds like a cyber crime. Maybe you should contact the FBI." Well, I knew at that point that I wasn't going to get any help. I had no choice but to go and purchase a firearm for self-protection. He even went as far as to go to the women's shelter in town and say that he was an abuse victim so he could get free room and board. He scammed the Department of Human Services for support services that are set aside for actual victims of domestic abuse. It was beyond, everything that happened was like beyond your wildest dreams. Like, I was mind blown constantly. I kept my silence though.
It's another day for you and me in paradise. Oh, think twice. It's just another day for you, you and me in paradise. Just think about it. Think about it.
I didn't realize, but this level of a narcissist, it's a whole new game, I swear. And I hope nobody else has to deal with it.